Welcome to day one of my 12 days of DIY Christmas. Here we're going to use 6 of the Dollar Tree mini trees that they have for $1.25. You're going to fluff them all out, but just to one side. Then you're going to use some zip ties and attach them to each other. I just attached the bottom of one to the top of another and worked on the same side for all 3. I would recommend, so you don't have this leaning tower of tree, to fluff out the sides but build them every other side. So instead of having the whole tree fluffed to the left, I would do left for the bottom, right for the middle, left for the top, and then build it in that way to try to get it a little bit more balanced. Also, you can see that I have combined the bottoms of the little feet there and was able to get 2 of the brackets for the foot put in there, but I wasn't able to get a third one, so it's also leaning a little bit because of that. But if you were to decide to take the feet off and just plaster this into a bucket or something, obviously you could avoid that. And then I just went through with some extra zip strips and made sure that it was nice and sturdy, extra reinforcement. After that, I got some of those garland strips from the Dollar Tree. I believe there were 12 to a pack. And then I just started wrapping them around the tree in various spots to fill it out so that we didn't have the odd shapes of it being longer, shorter as it went up the tree. You can't really bend them in half around the tree, so you do need to use a few extra, because when you fold it just in half to give 2 branches, they're just not long enough. So you need to fold it kind of close to the center of the tree to get your extra length. I did go through and trim off some of the original branches from some of the smaller trees around the middle so they weren't poking out so far. All right, now we've brought her out to the garage and laid down just one of those tablecloths that you get for parties at the Dollar Tree. They make for great messes like this. And I just went ahead and sprayed the snow flocking on there from the cans, and it got some great coverage, but I didn't care for the overall look, and you're going to see how it turned out here in a moment. As you see, it's really pretty, but I wanted it to be white. So I ordered the snow flocking on Amazon, the stuff that you literally put on with a little strainer and let it fall like snow. I found it easiest to stand the tree up when I was spraying it and then lay it down to get the snow in all of the little cracks and crevices. This covered beautifully. The snow hardened so nice. It is so thick. I absolutely love it. And for this little 3.5-foot tree, I used, I would say, about a half a pound of the snow flock that you can get from Amazon. I will go ahead and put the link to what I had ordered down in the description box. I'm not affiliated in any way. I'm just trying to be helpful. I absolutely love how this turned out. I didn't finish the top in this footage because I had to wait for it to dry, because every time I handled the top to move it, it was coming off because it was too wet. So I just waited for it to dry a little bit, and then I came back and did the top, but that's off camera. when I got to the bottom of my little container, I just threw the snow on wherever I felt like it. And here we have 2 of those little ho 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 signs that you can get at the Dollar Tree. I don't know if they have these exact words this year. I bought these a couple years ago with an intent to do something with them. But they're really large for going on the tree, and I don't really like that. So I wanted to attach them to something and make more of a decoration with them. So we're just hitting them with a little bit of the pink chalk paint from Waverly. And then I top it with, we're going to just say Mod Podge and glitter because this product does not exist any longer from Martha Stewart. But basically just Mod Podge and glitter to give it a little bit of an effect. Then I just took one of the table runners from the Dollar Tree that you can usually find around Valentine's Day. Sometimes at Christmas, just depends on what their decor is like. Now we just cut it down to fit inside of this circle or outside of this circle. I have 3 of these frames that I went ahead and just painted white and then added on just a glitter shimmer with Mod Podge over top of it. And then just attach the little ho 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 sign in the middle. Little extra glue for reinforcements. And I'm going to go ahead and make a second one of these off camera. The little bell and bow were on there originally, and I just put them back on because I thought they were cute enough. This particular one, I did leave the handle down deliberately, or the little hanger, because I'm going to attach an ornament onto it, which I should have left the back of this undone until I had it attached so I didn't have to try to squeeze my hands in there and get it, but a little finagling and it did its work. And I just put a little glue in there, hide that extra little yarn that was the hanger for this ribbon or this ornament originally. And then I just cut a couple strips of some pretty peppermint style ribbon here, and I love the mint and the red. You'll see that I am definitely not traditional as we go through these 12 days. I have a unique look. I like the bright colors, I like the pinks, I like the winter wonderland feel, and somehow I try to merge it all together into my home. And I got excited about hanging this up mainly because it was taking up so much table space, it was hard to work with. So I just went ahead and hung it, and then after it was hung, I took this garland and attached it. This garland came off of a project that I have done in the past, just saved what was on there. It came from one of the boards from, I believe, Family Dollar, just one of the round signs. And then I attached a red sparkly ornament in the middle of it. And now I'm adding some additional boxwood and some little garland pieces. I love the look of the real, or not your everyday Christmas greens amongst the garlands. And a couple little rosebuds just to give it a little bit more red, fill it out a little bit more there. And here we have our tree all decorated, and look at that snow, you guys. It is literally that thick. It is so hard. It's not going anywhere. It turned out so pretty. I had some white feathers from a boa that I had gotten from the Dollar Tree years ago for a project I did with my daughter. And I just kind of placed them throughout the branches just to give a little bit more of that aerial feel. A little bit more lighter snow perhaps amongst the heavy snow. And just decorate it all up with light pink and champagne ornaments. I found that little Santa topper, or Mrs. Claus's little Santa suit. My daughter thought it would make a great Christmas tree topper for this one, and she was right. It is just so adorable. And the final look of our little ho 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 banner. Something simple yet effective, gives a nice little pop of color over into this corner that's kind of hard to decorate because it's at the bottom of my staircase. So I needed something that was going to make a statement but not take up a lot of space, and I think I nailed it with that. Looks really nice next to this particular sign that I have that has all the same colors in it. Thank you for watching. I hope you've had as much fun enjoying watching this as I've had making it. Can't wait for you to come back for day 2 of my 12 days of Christmas DIYs.